Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Cam Ray, and we're back with another video. This is the top 5 Disney movies that everyone must see. I am joined once again with Paige of Palace by Paige. We got Tamika of Purple Haze 74 with 2 Z's, okay? And Nisi, aka Courageous. All right, so we are here to talk about our top 5 Disney movies, top 5 Disney animated movies. Strong distinction, got to make sure. All right, so we're gonna get into it. How we gonna break it down is each person is going to say one by one, and you need to, we'll talk about your one. This is your top 5, and it'll go from I guess we'll start with Paige, Tamika, Nisi, me. Paige, Tamika, Nisi, me. Okay, we got the rules?
Got the rules.
Okay, Paige, what is your number 1 on your list of Disney movies?
Hey y'all, some Cheez-Its. So, y'all, this is really good. The white cheddar, delicious. It was hard to say like my number 1, but I'm gonna go with Hercules.
Ooh.
Okay.
And that's because the soundtrack is fire.
Ooh.
The black women chorus, what? You know what I'm saying? That's the first time black people was in a Disney movie and wasn't animals, okay? So I love Hercules, y'all. It's such a good Disney movie. Hercules is amazing.
Okay. I can't argue with you on the Hercules tip. Those songs, I was feeling the song. You had every shape of black woman. They singing down.
You get points. You came in strong. You came in strong with that one.
Definitely came in 0 to hero. Okay. Now, has everyone seen Hercules?
Seen it, but it was in the part of my childhood where I don't remember the whole movie, but I do remember the black, like that's probably the one thing that I remember is the black people in the movie singing.
Okay, so I'm going to be, as a mandatory part of this video, I'm going to be sending out my Disney Plus username and password for the parties who have not seen the movies mentioned.
See one, teach one. Okay.
What's your number 1 Disney movie?
So are we doing like all 5? She gonna give all 5, or are we all giving our?
No, just one at a time. One at a time. Yeah. Go ahead, Tamika. Number 1.
So my all-time favorite Disney movie is The Princess and the Frog. The reason why that one is mine is because it was based on characters from New Orleans. I'm not from New Orleans, but I am from Louisiana, Shreveport. What? Ratchet City. So I could connect with.
What's over there, Tamika?
What's over there?
What?
And it was a real cute movie. They was talking about cooking and starting their own restaurants and everything. That's a real thing in Louisiana, the Cajun cooking. And my favorite part, which is kind of contradictory of why I love the movie so much because it was heavy in black cast, was I think it was it the lightning bolt? It's like, oh no, don't tell me y'all from Shreveport.
Yes, I love that part. But y'all from Shreveport.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of that movie. So yeah, I don't remember scene by scenes, but that one I do remember, and I remember the gumbo pot. And every black family in Louisiana has a gumbo pot.
Oh, I like Princess and the Frog too, but it ain't on my list. All right. Go ahead. Courageous. What's your number 1?
Coming in with my number 1, Princess and the Frog.
Come on,
It's up there for everyone to see because 1, she was from New Orleans and I'm from New Orleans. What? Baby, she was the first black, hard-working, she was the first black princess. She was the first princess to try to have her own job, try to get it on her own, who ain't need no man. the songs in there were awesome. They also showed like parts of the culture, like Shadow Man and the voodoo parts. They showed like the good voodoo, the bad voodoo, because you know it could always be used either way, but a lot of people don't know that there is like good voodoo. Even like our voodoo queen, they don't even know that like this lady is a good person. So I like that. My favorite character was also Ramon, the mosquito, the firefly. That's also my favorite line. Go to bed, y'all from Shreveport. That's the part that I love. I like the alligator because he was trying to fit in with the jazz crew, and that's really like how our bands are made. Like we call them brass bands and jazz bands and stuff at home. That's how it's created. It's literally not like if the four of us wanted to start a band forever, like no one else can come in. Some of them are like that, but in most cases it's like, hey, you got a trumpet player, we need one. Or you got a tuba player, we need one. You know what I'm saying? We'll never really knock nobody else from trying to just get a gig and get on some money. So I love this movie. This was up.
So I would have put Princess Tiana on my list, but you know me, always got to have problems. I just was upset that the only Black movie, she spent most of the movie as a frog. It just made me upset. Now, I do love the culture. I love the songs. I love the accents, and I like how they added different parts of it. But y'all, I'm sorry, Princess and the Frog ain't make my list. But my number one was Finding Nemo, hence the ocean here. Okay. I like the more animalistic movies because they're not so much on race. And to me, as kids, like since Disney movies are mostly made for kids, I just, to me, this like Finding Nemo is fun. Got lots of little takeaways. Ellen DeGeneres did her thing as Dory. It's real pretty, like all the colors. So Finding Nemo will always be my favorite movie. Okay, that's my number one. What's your number two, Paige?
My number two is going to be Princess and the Frog, and that's simply because as a little girl growing up, I love the Disney movies. None of the Disney princesses look like me. I tried to hang on to Pocahontas for a little bit, but I was just like,
she was the closest one.
You ain't it. So when I think I was in my 20s when it came out. I was so excited, and I like disguised it as like I'm taking my niece, but really I was like taking myself. I really wanted to see it. And then not to mention they did a really good job of capturing the culture of Louisiana because it is like a different place. It's very special to me, and I cannot wait until I can go back.
Okay, what's your number two, Tamika?
My number two would have to be Tangled. And I liked it because I don't know, it was cinematic. It's a cartoon. It was, everybody knows the story of the princess with the long hair or whatever, and it was just like a kind of I took it as a parody to that movie, and that's what made it interesting to me, and that's why I liked it. So
okay, number two, Courageous.
Oh wait, has everybody seen Tangled?
No, but is it Rapunzel? It's Rapunzel, right? Yeah.
It's like a parody.
I haven't seen Tangled either. That's why I asked. I think we should keep that question as a valid question for all of them. It was just kind of obvious that we all saw Princess and the Frog because we all had, a little input on that. But my number two, you can't see it, but it is Coco.
Okay.
I like this movie because actually one of my line sisters told me I should watch it just because I have like a Honduran background, and she knew that I was like big on learning about a lot of different things. This is not a Honduran film, but it is about culture, and I love it. Like, it's a little boy. I learned a lot about their culture. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I think it's Mexican culture. You learned a lot about the Day of the Dead because that is something that really scared me. It was like, what? But they actually, they have a thing, and I've seen this in another documentary too with, what's his name? Morgan Freeman. that they actually put their relatives who passed away on the altar, so that way on the Day of the Dead they can reconnect with them and revisit with them, and it's just basically like doing your normal stuff. They reconnect with them so they could talk to each other and so they can play games and stuff or whatnot. Go.
Coco is Pixar.
I googled. Okay, coming in with the save then. Meet the Robinsons.
Okay.
Meet the Robinsons. It was just it was a fun, like, I love animated movies, period, but I like this one. I like the dinosaur in here. When he, like, my favorite scene from that movie was when he was trying to put his head and do something, but he was like, his head is too big and his arms is too little. And I personally related to that.
Oh.
Huh?
A big head and little arms?
Yes, because if you haven't noticed, the circumference of my cranium.
And Tamika repeated it, so she made sure that you knew that you had a big head and little arms.
Yeah.
I'm making sure that that's what she was saying.
It's all good. So,
seen Meet the Robinsons?
No.
Okay. All right.
set that plus out. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna find another one since this one was Pixar. But go ahead.
Okay, so my number 2 was Lion King. Okay, Pride Rock. It's I mean, come on. It's in Broadway now. It's all kind of songs off of it, all kind of remakes on it. Simba. Y'all all right in there? Okay. Simba, Nala, you know, that's my jam. And then of course the remake with Beyonce being Nala. I mean, come on. Don't do it.
You love you some Beyonce.
Girl.
Okay. But I do feel like Lion King is like a staple movie that everyone must see. You know, even though it came out so long ago, it's timeless. It has so many fables, so many stories in it of this like prodigal son, of somebody leaving home and going out in the wild and learning who they really are and coming back. And you know, like Lion King is it. It's it. It teaches you, you know, you gotta man up. You gotta be the king of this. Okay. You cower under pressure. You go off and you find yourself and you come on back and you know, what y'all think?
Yeah, you don't run from your problems.
Right.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, when you see that as a grown person, those lessons really like marinate with you. Like, okay, you are really running from your problem, and when you come back, you still gonna have to face it.
All right. I'm not trying to interrupt. I would like to make a valid argument. The film Coco was produced by Pixar and released by Disney.
Ooh.
But Disney and Pixar are together now.
Might as well.
This happened in 2017, so it's really, yeah.
Okay. Well,
but I'm just making, and then it also gives Disney production company credit as well. So I will put that one back in my second, and then Meet the Robinsons will be my third.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna cycle on to number 2, number 3 on page. Okay.
All right. So Lion King is a great movie. I definitely agree with you. I went ahead and took it off my list just not to be repetitive, but that was my number 3. But my new number 3 is a Goofy movie. Mm-hmm. I don't know. This movie is so nostalgic to me. It has an amazing soundtrack, great lesson. It's good to see Goofy with his son Max. And y'all, I really wanted to be like Roxanne when I grew up. So that movie was just really, really good to me. Man, that soundtrack is amazing. I think I'm gonna listen to it later.
What's your number 3, Tamika?
My number 3 is The Emperor's New Groove.
Oh yeah.
Now that was a movie that taught lessons. When what was his name? Cusco.
Mm-hmm.
He turned into the llama, and he had to do certain things in order to get back to his fortune. There were some things he had to endure. So, and it was very comical.
It even became a TV show.
It would let young people know that just because you're going through struggles, that it doesn't have to always be bad. Make the best out of a good situation. Make the best out of a bad situation. And don't just expect to coast along and get something because you think that it's due to you, but there is some things that you must work for.
Yeah, and it had a lot of quotables too. Pull the lever, wrong lever.
It's actually a viral TikTok that's going on right now.
It sure is.
Is it? Yep.
Okay, number 3, Courageous.
So my number 3, like I said, was it got changed back to Meet the Robinsons, and I already stated my point for Coco. So there you go with that one.
All right, number 3, I had Goofy Movie, and for all the same points that you named, I mean, all them sing-alongs, and just to me, and I mean, you just can't get no better than that concert scene, the laugh, the Bigfoot scene when he had the headphones on and he was just moving. I love Goofy Movie. We watched that recently. It's just a staple. Okay, number 4, Paige.
Beauty and the Beast. I love Belle. I'm sorry, I tried to watch the live version. It's trash to me forever. I don't know what it is about Luther Vandross and the Disney soundtrack, but I'm here for it. So all of those things in one movie, my God. What Disney? I have a Beauty and the Beast t-shirt right now. I could put it on for you. I'll save it for next time. But
I love it.
All right, Beauty and the Beast. Let me think. I was Belle one year for Halloween. I think that I like Beauty and the Beast. However, it did not make my list. What about y'all? You seen Beauty and the Beast, everybody? You are still in the frame eating. What are you? Look at Tamika.
see you.
I just have not seen a lot of Disney movies. So
You ain't seen Beauty and the Beast?
I have not.
I've seen Beauty and the Beast.
Kill the Beast.
Okay, what's your number 4, Tamika?
Actually, I stopped at 3 because I couldn't come up with any more. I just have not, I'm sorry. I'm not in the generation that watched Disney movies, and by the time my daughter was born, that's what we saw, the ones that I've already named.
But you didn't backtrack. Like my little sister, who is 14, and she was of age, I had the list, and I was like, okay, she got to see all these, even though she was not, alive when they came out. They are classics, and you must see them. And yes, Medea was in there as well, but she had to watch. And
I didn't feel that Disney was for us, so I wasn't very enthused to, go and watch something that they said was a must-see Disney movie. Although I see that now that
great response. That is a great response.
Come on, woke. However, come on, Courageous.
We need you to go ahead and watch these things. We've all been there.
What's your number 4, Courageous?
So my number 4 is kind of following after you on that one. With The Lion King. I put this on here because Tamika tried to come to me about it. Nah, but for real, I like this movie because I do feel like this is I don't want to say the first childhood movie that you watch, but this is that movie. It's why are you watching other movies and you haven't seen The Lion King kind of thing? And The Lion King talks about temptations, and I'm a Leo, so I love lions. We talked about this in Tiger King thing, so it's just a natural habitat for me. And I related to it quite well, just Based off of that, I named my dog after Nyla. When I was in band in college, my crab name was Simba. So there we go.
You have personal ties.
Huh?
Personal ties to the Lion King.
Yeah.
All right. My number 4 was Mulan. And I'm going to tell you what carried this decision for me. Not only was it the military, okay, that was a big part of it for me. You know, her knuckling up and being like, I don't need, okay, first son, first man or man in the household, and what? I will do this for my daddy. My daddy can't handle it, so I got it, okay? She went off and did it, handled business. The soundtrack was amazing. Eddie Murphy stole the show. The cricket was amazing. You know, like just
Yeah.
the whole thing. You know, even the villain, he was kind of cute. You know, y'all remember the villain on Mulan? Let me look him up for y'all real quick. He was kind of a little bit.
Has everyone seen Mulan?
Tamika, I cannot.
Hello.
Where will my reflection show who I am inside?
And that was a preview of the movie by Paige.
Tina. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Mulan was it for me, baby. I see that they're coming out with the
Live version.
Yeah, and I understand for the culture why they need the real version, because just like Madam C.J. Walker, you know, Mulan was communicating a lot of things that weren't true. But, you know, when you hear that they're not going to have the dragon, obviously they can't have a talking dragon, so there's not going to be a comedic relief, you know?
I think that was the downfall with The Lion King when they made it live. Like, a lot of people didn't realize, like, hey, these are actually animals. You can't.
Yeah.
What number are we on?
It's the mustache. Look at him.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh.
He was scary. But I just messaged y'all. I said I looked up when the release was because I would like to go see the live version. And it was supposed to come out on the 27th of March.
Oh.
So they pushed it back to July.
Dang. Coronavirus. Everything. All right, finally, number 5. What's your number 5, Paige?
Pocahontas. Woo! I have never wanted to betray my own race before for a white man. First thing I did when I seen Pocahontas, I said, yes, I want to paint with all the colors of the wind.
Especially white, okay? Okay.
I'm just playing, y'all. But seriously, it's a good movie. I really like Pocahontas. The soundtrack was lit. Who's that? Vanessa Williams on that soundtrack. I wasn't allowed to listen to rap or anything as a child or a teenager, so I could listen to Disney soundtracks. So I know about the Disney soundtracks. Tough. Pocahontas is a great movie, very beautiful, and definitely still reminds me of my childhood.
I had Pocahontas bed sheets. I had the Pocahontas clock. Every time the alarm went off, yeah, so I remember Pocahontas.
Man, I had a Pocahontas tent one day. I got it for my birthday. And I used to have it, like, in my room. And all my friends, like, all 3 of them, we used to be up in there, like, having tea parties and shit and stuff.
You seen Pocahontas?
I thought she was finna say
Boy, that Disney Plus username gonna come straight to you as soon as we hit stop on this, okay? All right, what was your number 5, Courageous?
My number 5 is just strictly for entertainment purposes. Boom. Lilo and Stitch. It takes you back. Having an alien as a pet. I feel like I have an alien as a pet right now. This badass dog I got. But it is just for entertainment purposes. Like even the show, like her sister had to take care of her at a young age. It wasn't voluntary. Something happened to their parents. She had to be, it was kind of a teen mom situation without the bad story of like getting pregnant at a young age. So it was basically, because I think her sister's name was Nani. She was 18 and she had to take care of Lilo and all of her shenanigans and stuff like that. So she might have not even had like a real space without being that parent figure for her.
I didn't even think about it from that angle.
You gotta hit it like that.
Heavy, and she was in, what's her name was fighting in school. Lilo was
fighting in school. They got that meme when she was fighting that one girl. I forgot her name, but with the is she like a ginger kind of hair color? Yup, with the glasses. But she was talking mad trash though, so I don't blame her. Because sis, sometimes you gotta make an example out of that one person.
She was. Did I ask you for 5 or 4?
That you asked me for 5. What
was your 5? Oh, your 5 was Pocahontas page. Okay. All right. So my number 5 was Moana, and only because I grew up in Hawaii, elementary school in Hawaii, and I was like, okay, I appreciate this. It was true to the culture, a lot of the culture. You know, it just was beautifully made. I like the songs too. You know, I something about the princesses, you know, on Wreck-It Ralph, which is one of my honorable mentions. They talk about, and we talk about this in the gender class, how, you know, they all got to be saved by this man. Moana didn't really have that. Now, she had a man that she met, but she didn't fall in love with him. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of was like, and she was princess because of, you know, she was an heir. So I like that whole storyline. She didn't have to meet a man and you know, he scoop her up and save her. So
I haven't seen Moana yet, but I do plan to. I just haven't gotten around to catching it. But I appreciate Disney movies like that, showing individual cultures and like especially teaching kids, because like it was said before, Disney movies is mainly for kids, but not limited to, because everybody can always learn something from a Disney movie, honestly. But I like movies like that teach culture and stuff.
Right. Well, we got our top 5 Disney movies. We wrapped it up right on time. You guys comment down below what your top 5 Disney animated movies are. Do you agree with Paige? Do you agree with Tamika? Do you agree with Courageous? Are you someone who didn't really watch many animated movies? Are you someone who was enthralled by them? Comment down below, subscribe, and follow all of us at our specific handles in the description box. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
See you later.